Somalia's new president, Mohamed Abdullahi Farmaajo, is officially taking office today. He was sworn in on February the 8th, the same day he was elected, but a formal inauguration ceremony was conducted on Wednesday. President Farmaajo succeeds outgoing President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, who was praised for his statesmanship over the peaceful handover of power. The new president is a dual U.S. Somali citizen and the nation's former prime minister. Heads of state from neighboring countries and representatives of international organizations, including the United Nations and the African Union, were among the dignitaries who gathered for the event. Now, for more on the challenges ahead for the new Somali president, I'm joined by VOA reporter Mohamed Olad. Mohamed, welcome to the program once again. Now, first, we noticed that so many people attended this inauguration, up to 120 dignitaries. Why was there such a response, such a positive support?
Well, it was a symbolic day for Somalis, and the president himself said, and every representative from the international community who was there said it was a very great day. And the reason was, it came a time Somalia leaders transfer power in a peaceful manner and a democratic way. And so to respond to that democracy and transparency was the major point. Another issue was, since a new guy is in place, every representative from the United Nations, the US, the African Union, and everybody wanted to be represented there so that tomorrow they will handle with the new president.
Exactly. But the new president starts his job with a whole, a plate full of challenges ahead of him. What are some of those that we can expect him to start tackling right now?
Well, the president, when he was elected, the expectation was high, but people took to the streets of major Somali cities expecting him to strike it peaceful in Somalia one day. But he himself noted, and in his inaugural speech, he said, it's not easy. These problems have been building up for more than 20 years, and it would take to fix them another 20 years. But he said he will focus on certain issues like security, economy, the current growth in the country, and rebuilding of the national army. And he asked people to help him do these priorities rather than expecting him to fix the whole problem that has been existing for a long time.
And we know that Somalia faces the threat of Al-Shabaab. It faces now famine that is threatening the country itself, and of course the issue of governance throughout the country. Farmaajo was prime minister. Is there anything that we can draw from his time as a prime minister that can help us understand how he is likely to approach some of these issues?
Well, the reason why the expectation is very high is that he was only in office few months, and before he left over dispute between the former president and his parliament speaker. But during his time, he bade military, he bade the armed force, the security forces, and he made some promises about fighting against corruption. Before he finished that job, he left. So now he's back. People think he will do the same things he promised last time, and the challenges are still there. Security is still there. Al-Shabaab continue to attack and threaten the security of the country. Days ago, it killed more than 30 people in Mogadishu. And last inauguration, election, when the election venue where the inauguration happened, they held motorists and grenadiers the day before the election. So it's not still easy. But he says, I'm taking this very hard bath, so you are the ones who want to help me so that we can achieve together a beautiful nation in the future.
Farmaajo spent quite a lot of his time here in the United States as a dual citizen. What is it that gives people confidence back in Somalia that he is the kind of best person for the task ahead right now? There
are certain things people have been complaining about, and people fed up with corruption, of course, in Somalia. And we just a dependent nation, and poor nation. So the major thing people want him to is to fight against nepotism and corruption. Both of them, he said, he will do it. And other thing is, he's educated. His last government, when he was a prime minister, he chose technocrats from United States, from the Western nations, who were very talented people. So people expect him to nominate a new prime minister who will do the same thing he did while he was the prime minister, and then they will join hands together and fix the problem.
We wish him well, and we'll be watching. We'll see what happens. Thank you very much, Mohamed. And now that's VOA reporter Mohamed Olad joining us live today.